Hello, good morning, and welcome back to a Farmers Media Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Misaro Choya, and if it's your first time coming here, karibu sana. I hope that you guys are keeping safe, you are wearing your mask each and every time, you're keeping a social distance, you're trying to be at home as much as you can. If you can work from home, just stay at home so you get out when need be. And if it's your first time coming here, this is our Farmers Media, where we connect, learn, and grow with farmers. We have different shows every day from Monday to Friday. So we have this breakfast show with me, Miss Arochoya. Then we have a midday show with our host, Michael Kabir. Then we have evening drive, where we end your day with Conrad Kibe, and we talk about agriculture, and we connect with farmers so that we can grow in agriculture and we turn your farming into a business. So I want to welcome people who are joining us live from Facebook. So let me welcome people who are joining us, and if you are joining us, tuambie where you're watching us from. Let us know where you're watching us from, and how is your morning. If you are a farmer, tell us what you are doing and how is it. So let me welcome our farmers, people who are joining us. So if you are joining us, tell us where you're watching us from. We have our fan Eunice Shah is watching us. Thank you so much for joining in. Tell us where you're watching us from. Today, as you can see from the heading, today we're talking about marketing strategies. How are we marketing our produce? And it's an open discussion. If you are a farmer, you can tell us what has worked for you. Let us do this as a discussion, because we are here to connect, learn, and grow. So if you're watching us, kindly make sure that you comment and tell us where you're watching us from, and do not forget to like this video, give us a love heart, and we can continue with the show. So today we are going to start off with looking at your roads in Kenya, because we are from Kenya, and we are going to look at a few of the roads so that we can give you a traffic update in case you are on the roads. So we are going to start off with Thika Road. Thika Road, there is a traffic along Thika Road. Traffic ya Thika Road leo imeweza, and then we are going to Langata Road. Off Langata Road pia there is a lot of traffic there, and then industrial area Lunga at the extreme end of Mogadishu Road there is an existed there once existed such a go down. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading something that is different. So Outer Ring Road, there's also jam Outer Ring Road after Kariobangi. So let's just say that those are the roads that we are going to look at today, and we are going direct to our topic. So our topic is marketing strategies for businesses, because marketing is the most important thing. Marketing is what leads to success. Marketing is very important, not only to agriculture business, but marketing is important to every business, because marketing is what will generate leads. So before we go to that, so I have Eunice Shah is saying good morning everyone. Good morning to you also, Eunice. Tell us where you're watching us from. We have Eunice is saying she is watching us from Nigeria. We also have somebody who is watching us with an Arabic name which I cannot read. So if you can communicate in English, you can tell us where you are watching us from. So we are going to talk about marketing strategies, and I said that we are going to have this as a discussion so that we can learn from each other, because we are here to connect, learn, and grow with each other. Every day is a learning day. So why is it important? Marketing, we all know that marketing is very important, but sometimes what happens for most people, most people, where they go wrong is they first produce before they can market. They first produce and then they start marketing, which is really not a good thing, because when we produce then we market, especially for fresh produce. I understand mostly we are dealing with horticultural produce, and when you are doing horticultural produce, which is mostly perishable crops, where we have vegetables and mostly vegetables, it's not advisable for you to produce then you market. The best thing for you to do is to first market, then you produce. Marketing starts way before you produce. So what are we supposed to do as farmers so that we can ensure that we have a successful marketing? Make sure that you have done your market research. Make sure that you do your market research before producing, because we have many cases of post-harvest losses. You go to the market, especially, you can tell me how it is in your country where you're watching us from, but I've seen in Kenya, sometimes you're just walking in the marketplaces, in the major markets where people go to buy, where there's a lot of like, for example, we have major markets in Kenya. We have where is this? We have places like Mudhurwa, we have places like Gikomba, we have places like Kangemi. So when you are in the market, you find that there are a lot of losses. There are farmers have brought in their produce, but you can find that there's a lot of waste in this produce, meaning that there's something that needs to be done, especially to end food security. You know, there's an irony. We are saying that we are fighting food security, and we know that in Africa, mostly, there are people who are lacking food. People don't have food. We're not producing enough food. But in real sense, we could be producing not enough food. But then if we actually make sure that we are using whatever that we have in the correct way, we could be doing more contribution to ending the food insecurities that we have in Kenya, we have across Africa. If we only take care of what we are producing, if we learn about the best post-harvest handling techniques, if we educate our farmers, if we do the right thing as producers, if we do what is supposed to be done, if we dive in to the market with research and consultation and all that you need to, don't just dive in without much of information. And then we have cases where there is overproduction, where you see like you find out in Kenya, like for example, last year potatoes were very expensive, or they were in demand and the production was low, so everybody went into potato farming, and the price drastically reduced, extremely. Like last year, potato 50 kg sack was going for 2,800. That is like 2,800. That is like how many dollars? I don't know. It's 2,800 Kenyan shillings. So you minus 2 zeros, and then that was like 28. That is like $28. So it was going for $28. For $28 US, but at this point it's going for $6. That is 600 Kenyan shillings, because there's been a lot of overproduction. Everybody went into potato farming, kila mtu akaingililia waru, and then now you see how the market has been affected. So if people do their research, and whenever you see that there's something that is really in demand, more people are going to tap into that market. So mostly tap into these things that are just not really the things that are just medium. Well, I say medium, ziko tu hapo katikati, because that is what has been happening in Kenya. The same thing happens to onion farming. The onion farming was really doing good in Kenya, but then so many people went into onion farming. Onion was going for 80 shillings per kg. 80 shillings is $0.0 US dollars. And right now, and 2020 last year, it went to as low as 20 shillings per kg, because there was overproduction. So marketing, let's do our marketing just before we produce, so that we can avoid all these post-harvest losses, we can avoid overproduction, we can avoid so that we can have successful businesses. And as I said, please, if you are watching us, just let us know what is working for you. So as farmers, one thing that I am going to talk about when you are doing marketing, the first thing that we are going to talk about in these marketing strategies, the first thing is that make sure that you are doing your best to maximize your profit. The first number one thing is make sure that you can sell directly to consumers. If you can sell, I know mostly you target consumers to avoid the middleman. You are going to make more profit than when the middlemen come in. In Kenya, we call them brokers. We call them farming brokers. Brokers are everywhere. But if you as a producer can really make sure that you are selling directly to the consumers, you are going to make good profit, unlike when you have brokers coming in between you and the producer. So that is something that we can really work on. But there are ways in which you can do it directly, selling directly to the consumers. You can sell directly to consumers like this. So you can do house-to-house delivery. You can do, especially when we are having COVID. People want things delivered to their homes. So if you can offer such a service, and making sure that you are still maintaining the quality, like investing into your transport, making sure that you have a cold system if you're doing fresh produce, making sure that you have a cold transport system, so that you can still maintain the shelf life, so that when the vegetables or when the produce reaches to the consumer, it's still as fresh as it can be. So one way is that you can do delivering directly to homes, home-to-home delivery. That is really a market that people can tap into. It needs a lot of investment, especially when you are talking about transport. You need to produce quality, and you need to produce more, so that, because the more you produce, the more profit. That is so logical. And then the other thing is that you can sell directly to consumers by selling to restaurants, institutions, which like schools. Like you can sell to restaurants, you can sell to schools, you can sell to people who are working in offices, because there are offices where they are provided for lunch, so they're provided for every meal. So if you can work with people who are working, and then you sell for them directly, you will have made more profit than having a middleman coming in. Another way that you can sell directly to consumers, you can actually have consumers coming to your farm to pick them from there. So by you marketing, you can have consumers coming to your area. For example, I've seen farmers where consumers buy directly from the farm, and when they buy directly from the farm, sometimes you allow them to harvest, and you give them a minimum of what they can harvest. But this is really tricky, because most consumers, they don't know how to harvest. But if you can have the harvesting supervised and all that, or if you can have people who are doing the harvesting from your farm and selling them to the consumers, then that will really help you. Another thing is that you can sell directly to people who are also selling. You can sell B2B. You can go to the market and let people know that you have this produce and sell to them. For example, if you are doing sukuma wiki or spinach, that is kales in English. If you are doing that, you can look at those people who are also selling kales to other people. You can look at mama mbogas and do this and say that you are going to deliver for them. You are going to do delivery to mama mbogas. That is really going to make your work easier. Let's say that you are in an area, and make sure that you are looking for an area that is overcrowded, an area that there's so many people. Mostly in Kenya, you could go to places where there's so many people, especially places like places like Kariobangi, places like Kawangware, places where we have so many people. You can sell to these people who are doing the mama mbogas. If you deliver for them, that is going to be something that not so many people are doing that. So we can look into that. So that is selling directly to consumers. That is how it is. And then now I want to know what you as a farmer, because I know we have farmers watching us. Please make sure that you are telling us how you are doing your farming. Let us know in the comment section, and let us learn how are you doing your marketing. How are you making sure that you are marketing directly to consumers? What challenges do you have when you're marketing directly to consumers? And again, there's one thing that I want to share about marketing directly to consumers, especially when you want to do home-to-home delivery. Look at these high-end areas. Look at areas. If you are in Kenya, because I'm speaking about Kenya, if you are in Kenya, you can look at the high-end areas where we have places like Kilimani, places like Lavington, places where we have the second class, not like the upper class, where we have the second class people living, almost the upper class, the people who have at least made it in life, people who are not struggling. If you tap into that market and deliver to them directly, and how are you going to market yourself and make sure that you are delivering to them directly? The good thing is that with this COVID has come to really teach us so many things, and we are now going into the online space where you can do your marketing online. For example, you can have a page on Facebook, you can have a page on Instagram where you market your produce. But the good thing with that, you can do, but you have to pay for marketing. You pay for marketing. And the good thing with marketing online is that you can target a specific audience. If you want people in your town to see, and the budget for online marketing is not that expensive. When you have $5, you can do your marketing with $5 every day, and you are going to make good money out of it when it gets to the correct audience. So let's say you're targeting people in Nairobi. You're just going to specifically select people in Nairobi. Let's say you're targeting people in Lagos. You're in Nigeria and you want to target people in Lagos. You can specifically target those people in Lagos, and you are going to that is like creating awareness. You're going to create awareness, letting people know that you are selling directly to them, and not so many people are doing this. So I want us to look at the comment section. Then we are going to take a commercial break after reading the comments, and you stay right here tuned in right here, because we are going to come in with more content on marketing strategies. And we understand that marketing is the most important thing for farmers, and not for farmers, for everybody, for everyone who is in business. Marketing is really important. So we were talking about how to avoid the middleman and making sure that you are targeting consumers directly. So I'm going to read the comment section where we have please make sure that you comment and tell us where you're watching us from, and tell us what marketing strategy is working for you. So we are going to start with there's someone who is watching us. We have Mainza. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly, but we have Mainza Makanzi Kahanza. Wow. Mainza Makanzi Kaanza, thank you so much for watching us. Please tell us where you're watching us from. And then we have Philemon. We have Philemon Buluma. Philemon Buluma, thank you so much for watching us. Make sure that you are telling us where you're watching us from. And please, if you're watching us, make sure to like this video. Make sure to give us the love art so that this video can be suggested. You know, we are here to please the Facebook algorithm so that more people can connect and learn and grow with us. And then we have Eunice Shah, who is asking, as a farmer, can I register to also be a middleman? As a farmer, can I register to also be a middleman? Okay, that is really how. I don't know if Eunice, I don't know if you're getting me, but as a farmer, can I register to be a middleman? Register to be a middleman. Okay, I don't understand this question, because how can I answer this now? Okay, as a farmer, can I register to also be a middleman? if you're asking about your area, if you want to be a middleman, of course, if you want to be, I don't know how the middleman thing works, because I know they're already there, but I don't know how it works. And anyone can be a middleman. If you want to be a middleman, anyone can be a middleman. If you want to anyone can be a middleman if you want to tap into that business. That is the best answer that I can have for that. If you are a farmer or not, you can also be a middleman. But if you're asking about our farmers, we do not register middlemen. So we are a company that deals with farming. So we do farming production by ourselves. We do farming. For example, this weekend we are having an onion harvesting event at our farm. We have our farms in Namanga, and we are going to have an onion harvesting event where we will connect and learn with farmers and teach them on ways of onion harvesting and onion production. So we are requesting farmers to register with us and join the onion harvesting event, so that you can learn the tricks of onion production, because onion is a very tricky it's a very tricky kind of production if you do not understand how to do it, because you can lose your onion when you are almost harvesting them. You can totally lose all of them. So we are having an onion harvesting event, and we are asking you to register and join us farming. If you cannot join us during the event. If you cannot join us during the event, you can always we can always have an online training with you, where we customize the onion training. We customize the training to fit your needs. And then, so I don't know if Eunice have answered your question, but that's how I was going to answer it. Then we have somebody who is called Densto KE. Densto KE. I think that is Densto Kenya. If I'm wrong, just correct me. So he's saying this: good morning. Is a middleman a broker? Yeah, I think a middleman is a broker. Yeah, a middleman is a broker. Is somebody who comes in between the producer and the consumer. We have brokers everywhere, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but as a farmer, if you can avoid the middleman, you're going to make more money. But at the same time, middleman will make your commodity move faster. So we are not here to say that middlemen are bad or not, but a middleman is also a broker. That is the answer that I have for you. So we are going to take our short commercial break, and we are going to come back with more details on farming, on marketing strategies, and we are requesting you to also contribute. If you are a farmer, please just tell us. Let's share how we are doing our marketing, what is working for us, what mistakes have we done before. Let's share with farmers, because that is going to make this show interesting, and this is going to make this show worth it for everybody to watch. Make sure that you are going to comment and tell us what has worked for you and what has not worked for you. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back after this short commercial break.
Majina ni Emmanuel Lelei ama Lelei kwenye Facebook. Mimi nashughulika na drip installation na hiyo ndio kazi ambayo tunaifanya. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuwashukuru African Farmers Club kwa huu wakati ambao wameweza kunialika katika ofisi yao. Ningependa kusema ya kwamba venye nimeweza kualikwa mahali hapa, mimi ningesema ya kwamba itakuwa ni ushirikiano ulio mwema baina ya Drip Irrigation, Tips Hub na Africa Farmers Club. Nimekuwa nafanya hii kazi kwa muda mrefu. So far niko na 6 years kwa mambo na installation of drip, na kazi yenyewe ni nzuri, ninaipenda. Kitu ambacho ningependa kuwahimiza wananchi, hakuna mtu unaweza ukafanya kitu kama hujaweza kuipenda mwenyewe. So mimi napenda kazi yangu, kazi ambayo naifanya naipenda, na ndio sababu nimeweza kutilia maana ama nimeweza kuweka kinyongo ni kazi ambayo naweza kufanya ya drip installation. So kazi yetu tunaifanya, na leo nimeweza kupata hii nafasi ya kuweza kuwa pamoja na African Farmers Club. So ukitaka kunipata kwenye mtandao Facebook, utanipata kama Olelei Emmanuel, ama unipate na Olelei Drip Irrigation Tips Hub. Kwa Gmail utanipata emmanuel.lei@gmail.com, na kwenye YouTube bado utanipata kama Irrigation Tips Hub. Nambari yangu ya simu kwa wale ambao wanaweza kuwa wanauliza, nambari ya simu ni 0720041484. Ningependa kabisa kuweza kuonyesha emitter ni nini na kazi yake na umuhimu wake pia ni nini. Unapoitazama hapa kuna drip line, na utaona ukiangalia kwenye sehemu ya juu kuna sehemu moja iko na hizo shimo ambayo inatoa maji, hiyo tunaita emitters. So maji, wakati wote maji inatokea kwenye hizo emitters, na hiyo emitter ikiweza kuwa uchafu ikiweza kuingia humo ndani haiwezi kutoa hiyo maji. So emitters ni kitu muhimu sana kwa drip line, maana hiyo ndio ina release maji iweza kuenda kwa mmea. So ningependa kueleza tu kama mtaweza kujua wakati unafanya installation ya drip, kama wameinstall shamba yako, make sure unaangalia kila wakati hizo emitters kama zimeangalia juu ama zimeangalia chini. Zikiangalia chini, hapo in the bottom yake kuna na chances ya uchafu. Wakati uko na uchafu kwa tank, ipite kwa filter, ikifika pale itaweza kublock hizo shimo na zitaweza kutoa maji. Number 2, wakati unafanya installation hapa kuna aina moja ya starter connectors, na ambayo sio starter connectors, hii tunaita mini valve, ambayo ina uwezo unaweza ukaifunga mwenyewe ama ukaweza kuifungua. Kama unavyoona kuna maji yanatoka, na kuna ambayo ni direct starter connectors. So hii ni mojawapo ya mkulima mwenye anaanza anaweza akatumia kitu kama hii, maana anaweza akacontrol, ama ako na maji kidogo, unaweza ukacontrol wakati umefanya installation yako, unaweza ukacontrol hii maji, maana hii itakuwa na kazi kubwa.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to our Farmers Media. If you are just joining us, karibu sana. We are right back after the short commercial break, and today we are talking about it's Market Watch Wednesday, and today we are talking about marketing strategies for farmers. And we have talked about how, as a farmer, you can make sure that to increase your profits by making sure that you are selling directly to consumers. And selling directly to consumers, it can be in so many ways. You can have a stall where you sell directly to consumers as a producer. You can also do home deliveries. You can as well have people coming to your farm and to buy, and you can also sell to institutions, restaurants, and other places. So if you are joining us, karibu sana. So let me see if we have new people who are coming in. And if you are a farmer, please make sure that you tell us what has been working for you as a farmer when you are doing marketing strategies, and what has not worked for you, so that we can learn. You know, it's always easy to learn with people who have done it, because we can learn from experience, and not repeat the same mistakes that you did as a farmer. So if you are watching us, please let's know where you're watching us from, and if you are a farmer, what are you doing, what are you farming? And so before we go into that, I just want to check our traffic updates so that we can know what's happening on our roads. So Mombasa Road kama kawaida, there is heavy traffic, and then there is Mombasa Road kama kawaida, kuna jam, and then there is an accident that has occurred. So there is a minor accident involving two cars near Don Bosco Church, causing traffic along Mtambato Road, Upper Hill, all the way to Bunyalo Road, about roundabout. So there's a minor accident if you are about to use that road. So there's a minor accident involving two cars near Don Bosco Church, causing traffic along Mtumbato Road, Upper Hill, all the way to Bunyaro Road roundabout. So, and then, so those are the traffic updates for you. Those are the traffic that we are going to read for you today, and go back into our main topic. And our main topic is, today is a Market Watch Wednesday, and we are doing a marketing strategies for farmers. So marketing strategies for farmers, what has worked for you, what has not worked for you. So today we are going to look at a few items. Normally we do look at the market prices for commodities in different counties, and today we are going to look at a few commodities in Machakos County. And you can as well comment from where you're watching us from, and what is the price for the commodities that we are going to look at today. So before we look at the market prices, I'm going to welcome people who are watching us, and please comment and tell us where you're watching us from, and make sure to like our videos, make sure to give us those love hearts. So we have Yonisha, who is still watching us. Thank you so much for being with us. We have Gloride Gisare, who is watching us. We have Wilfred Stopper Mobote, who is also watching us. Wilfred Mobote, thank you so much for coming in. Tell us where you are watching us from. And then we have Liz, we have Lisa, and I'm going to apologize in case I did not pronounce your name correctly. I know some of you will also have problem pronouncing my name, Misaro Chweya, so I really apologize for that. We have Lisa. Lisa, let me just say Lisa. We have Lisa who is watching us. Thank you so much, Lisa, for watching us. Please let's know where you're watching us from, and if you are a farmer, tell us what has worked for you. So we are going to look at the market prices for products that are in product that we are looking in at for Machakos County. My producer Sarah Wanjiku is going to my producer Sarah Wanjiku. She's going to show us the prices on your screen. So we are going to look at the prices that we have on our screen for Machakos, and we are looking at We are looking at onions. We are looking at onions. Onion, Machakos County, the prices for onion, 1 kg is going for 155 Kenyan shillings. And then we have bananas, same Machakos County. So bananas in Machakos County, the price for banana is 150 Kenyan shillings. We have onions. Let me start again. We have onion, Machakos County. Onion is 155 shillings per kg. And then we have tomatoes in Machakos County. Tomatoes in Machakos County, it's at 125 Kenyan shillings per kg. Then we are going to look at bananas. Bananas are 1 kg, Machakos County is 150 Kenyan shillings, and oranges are 1 kg is 150 Kenyan shillings, Machakos County is same. So those are the prices, those are the commodities that we are going to look at today. And if you are not Kenyan, 150. We have more commodities that we can look at. So we have potatoes. Potatoes are going for 205 Kenyan shillings per kg, and we have apples. Apples are the most expensive. They are going for 350 Kenyan shillings per kg in Machakos County. So those are the commodities that we are looking at today. So you can tell us in the comment section what is the cost of these products in your area. So we have looked at potatoes, we have looked at oranges, tomato, and onions in Machakos County. Today, that's where we are focusing at. So you can tell us what is the price for those. And if you are not Kenyan, how to convert this is that $1 is equals to 100 Kenyan shillings. So the least that we had was $1.25. So that is 125 shillings per kg. And apples were very expensive. They were going for $3.50 per kg. So that is the price for that. And then we have as we continue with our marketing strategies, and we are going to focus on marketing strategies which are going to work during this COVID time, because we are adjusting to live with COVID. So we have Liz is saying that watching from South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are coming live from Kenya. So we are going to another marketing strategy for farmers. So the other marketing strategy for farmers, this is now going to touch into those people who are looking into doing export. You know, marketing for local commodities is easy and less risky, but when you are marketing for international markets, that is now, it's more risky and more profitable. Of course, we know that in business, the risky more, when you take more risk, mostly sometimes you get more. When you take more calculated, not just taking a risk, you know, entrepreneurs take calculated risk. So when you take a high risk that is well calculated, that means that you are going to be bold enough and you are going to make more money. So I'm going to be specific on what you can do in Kenya, and this really applies. I hope that this really applies to any other country. So if you are trying to tap into the export marketing first, you need to do your research. For example, we now know that there are commodities which are in high demand for the export market. For example, one commodity that I can give is avocado. Avocado, it's a variety of avocado in Kenya which has attracted a lot of countries. We have countries who are interested, countries who are already importing that, and we have got, according to what has already happened, is that we have got good money coming from the export of avocado, and it's still in demand. So when you are getting into that kind of business, you need to get into see people who are exporting it. What are they doing? Who have they collaborated with? When you're going to learn the business by consulting people who are doing it. We also have We also have government, organization. We have government institutions or government sectors which are dealing with that. For example, we have Horticultural Directorate Authority, HCDA. We have HCDA. HCDA deals with export. So you can always register with HCDA and they're going to give you all the requirements and you are going to learn about the export quality. Another thing, not the export quality, the export requirement and what is going on. And another thing you can do is also visiting the country where you are going to, where you want to start exporting from, and having somebody on the ground, so that you can have full, you can integrate your business, you can integrate the full supply chain, so that you have people who are doing distribution for you on that other end, and you are also doing production, so that when you have people on the ground on the other end, it makes it easy. When you are collaborating with people on the ground on the other end, it makes it easy. And if you cannot do, I know this is not possible for most farmers, for most small scale farmers, collaborating with somebody who is, for example, you want to get into the European market, having somebody on the ground in the European countries doing that for you, it's really going to be hard for most farmers, I know. But what you can do is that these export companies, we have companies which are doing fresh produce, and they're doing fresh produce specifically for the UK market. These are companies which already have established businesses, companies which have vertical integration with the UK market, companies which have businesses in many countries. They may be producing in Kenya and they're exporting to the AU market. And these people, they always look for farmers to outsource what they cannot produce in their farm. So what you can do as a farmer is try to look at people who are also getting farmers to do production for them, so that they can export to other countries. And when you are doing this, make sure that you are dealing with a company that has a good reputation, because we have companies which have good reputation than others. So if you do that, it's going to make work easy for you. But if you can have a company that can also have distributors and marketers on the other side, that is going to work for you. Another thing, especially for fresh produce, we have these companies which also we do not only have companies which are also doing export, and they already have a market. They already have a market outside the countries. We have companies which outsource produce from companies. They already have market, and maybe we have a company that is supplying to all Naivas supermarkets in Kenya. You can work with such companies. We have a company that is supplying maybe to all Quickmart supermarkets in Kenya, or rather you can also do business with the supermarket directly. That's something that I talked about in my previous before we went for the break. So you can get in touch with these companies which already have markets, because these companies, they have a well plan. These companies mostly, they have annual plans. They have an annual plan. They have a market which is ready. They have orders they have not request for orders, or they have orders. They already have orders. They already have customers. So it's going to make work easy for you. And these companies, they are always searching for people to supply with them with this fresh produce. So that is how you can market yourself with these companies. And then I want to talk more about digital marketing for a farmer. With the coming of COVID, digital marketing has proved to be very good for everyone, not only for farmers but also for everyone. Digital marketing involves using marketing, using Facebook marketing, using Instagram marketing, using these other platforms, all social media platforms. And one thing that I did not talk about in marketing, you can market with influencers. If you are targeting your local people, your target customer or your target audience, you can always collaborate with influencers and be able to market your produce. Marketing comes with spending money, and in business they say that you have to use money for you to make money. So those are ways that you can market, but you do not only need this producer. You can have a marketing budget for this online, and with time it's going to make you, it's going to be of benefit to you. So those are the marketing. And people who are watching us, I need people to tell me what is working for them, because I know this is a farmers media, and mostly we have farmers watching in. So I would like for people to tell me what is your marketing strategy, what has worked for you. Lisa, if you are doing farming, tell us what is working for you. We have Lisa who is watching us, we have Fred, we have Glorida, we have Eunice, we have Denise Toke, and Philemon, and so many others. So you can tell us what is really working for you, so that we can have the best marketing strategies that is working for you. Again, in regards to marketing and post-harvest losses, I'm going to read something. I'm going to read for you something that is really interesting about post-harvest losses, because we also talked about post-harvest losses, which is something that we should avoid if we do the correct marketing. So there's something that I'm going to read for you today. So it's saying that millions of vegetables are thrown away as labor shortages eats farmers. So that is in the UK. In the UK, the post-harvest losses are happening due to shortages of workers. Yet in Africa, post-harvest losses are happening due to mishandling, or people do not understand the best techniques to handle your produce, the best technique to handle your products. And this starts very far. It also starts from harvesting. When you are harvesting, how are you harvesting your produce? So make sure that you are harvesting your produce in a way that will maintain the quality, because when you are marketing tends to be very visual, and I'm going to talk more about how marketing tends to be, because people buy what they see it, and then they decide to buy it first. So make sure that when they are harvesting, they are handling the produce with care, because when the fresh produce, especially when they get bruises, they are going to spoil very fast when when they are harvested with bruises. So make sure that they are harvesting with the correct equipment. Make sure that they are handling them in the correct way, and make sure that when they are harvesting at the correct time, because we understand fresh produce. Sometimes we have fresh produce which is mostly harvested in the morning when it's very, very cold, to avoid that heat, because a lot of heat tends to make it spoil faster. So this marketing is really so many things, because you can really have very good marketing skills. You can be marketing your produce, you can be doing a lot in marketing your skills, but you also need to maintain the quality of your produce for you to be able to market it correctly and to be able to attract the correct audience. Another thing, when you are doing online marketing, make sure that you are having very good photos, very good presentation of your produce, because you could be having a smartphone, or you could be having a camera. Invest on something that will make your produce look as presentable as it can be. You could be having a good produce. You could be having it as a very good produce, but if the photo that you took for your marketing is not really good, it's not professional. It doesn't have to be professional, it has to be just clear. You just have to get a very good phone and make it as clear as possible, so that it can attract more people. And we know all these social media platforms, if you want to grow on social media, you should upload quality content. When you are uploading quality content, they also get to suggest it to more people, because the algorithm is made in such a way that it gets to quality is one of the things that they consider when they are suggesting your content to more people. So make sure that your produce is very presentable, if it's not very presentable, people are not going to say, okay, people are not going to assume that maybe it's just the camera. People are just, when they see it, even you, when you just see something online, first the quality of the photo is what really attracts you. So if you have poor quality, you're not going to attract market. You're going to spend money on marketing, but you are not going to attract customers. And so we are going to take another break, and please stay with us so that when we come back we can talk more about this. And I would like to have more people commenting about their marketing strategies. We are going to come right back, and we are going to come back with COVID updates for our country, Kenya. And we can also we're going to come back with COVID updates, because we still have COVID. Make sure that you are keeping safe and you are wearing your mask and you are keeping a social distancing. So let's have this short commercial break, and we will be right back with more content on marketing strategies.
Melon is a trailing vine in the gourd family. The word melon can refer to either the plant or specifically to the fruit. Watermelon is a type of melon that is sweet and refreshing fruit. Watermelons can either be grown on home gardens for small-scale farmers or large-scale depending on the market demand. You can either transplant or plant watermelon seeds directly. For best performance, plant watermelons in hot, sunny locations with loose, fertile, well-drained soil that is rich in organic matter. It is best to plant watermelons on raised rows and ensure that the soil pH is between 6.0 to 6.8. On average, it takes around 3 months for a watermelon to grow from seed to mature fruit, with smaller varieties having shorter growing times than larger varieties of watermelon. Watermelon growing, if done rationally and on a scalable basis, can be a good source of income. Drip irrigation is a type of micro-irrigation system, or sometimes called trickle irrigation, that has potential to save water and nutrients by allowing water to drip slowly to the roots of plants, either from above the soil surface or buried below the surface from a system of small diameter plastic pipes fitted with outlets called emitters or drippers. The emitters slowly drip water into the soil at the root zone, therefore moisture levels are kept at optimum range, thus improving plant productivity. You can grow different crops using drip irrigation, be it tomatoes, spinach, skuma wiki, beetroots, celery, and many more crops will thrive using drip irrigation method. Drip irrigation is especially beneficial as it provides better plant health, less waste, reduced risk of diseases, money saving, weed control, and saves time. Drip irrigation is the most efficient water and nutrient delivery system for growing crops.
A very warm welcome to a Farmer's Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Miss Sarah Choya. Thank you so much for joining in. If it's your first time coming, karibu sana. And do not forget to follow us on our social media platform as a Farmer's Media on YouTube, a Farmer's on Instagram, a Farmer's on Facebook as well, and a Farmer's Training Center on LinkedIn. You can also follow me as Miss Sarah Choya on all my social media platforms. On Facebook, do not follow me on my personal account. Follow me on my page because nimefikisha maximum 5,000 people. So today we were talking about marketing because it's Market Watch Wednesday, and we are talking about marketing strategies for small businesses. We are now going to look at what we have talked about. If you are joining us for the first time, karibu sana. You've not lost anything because we are also going to now fully go through all the marketing strategies because we do not have time on our side. We are going to have the marketing strategies that we have already talked about. We are going to talk about them very quickly. And if you're watching us, karibu sana. But before we talk about the marketing strategies for farmers during 2021 on COVID, during COVID years, because we need to adjust all our marketing strategies, but still we can use our traditional marketing strategies incorporated with digital marketing strategies, and we are going to be fine when we do it in the correct way. And we are going to contribute in food securities in all over Africa. So I'm going to read a comment that I did not see. I hope that Catherine, you're still watching us because it's from Catherine Nyambura. So I'm going to read a comment. I had a farmer ask about if they can be middleman when they are still farmers. I answered this saying that being a middle person or being a broker in any field, it's something that is open to everyone. So even if you are a farmer, you can still be a middleman. And today we were just focusing on making sure that the farmer gets the best profit, and we were trying to say that if you can avoid the middleman, then that's fine. But if you cannot avoid the middleman are also good in the industry. They make you sell faster. Middleman in any industry, they come in to link the producers of whatever things that is being produced and the consumers. We have middleman areas, so even a farmer can join the middleman. So we have somebody was also asking about if good morning, is a middleman a broker? And then we have, now that's why I'm reading Catherine's answer, is the middleman a broker? This is what Catherine Nyambura said: a middleman makes the work easier for the farmer to get the produce to the market without worrying about how and when. Is a middleman a good thing that happens to farmers? Oh, Catherine was actually asking a question. So let me read it correctly, because I tend to, naturally I talk very fast and I tend to avoid these commas, and I'm working on that. So let me read again so that we can all answer. And if you have an answer, please don't let me be the person who is answering everything, because we are here to connect, learn, and grow as farmers. So I also want to learn from you. So what do you think about whatever question that is being asked here? So let me read this. A middleman makes the work easier for the farmer to get the produce to the market without worrying about how and when. Is a middleman a good thing that has happened to farmers? So what do you think about that? Because I'm going to answer it my way, but if you are watching us and you are a viewer, you can tell us what you think. The question is, first she started with making us understand what a middleman is, and then she asked, is a middleman is a middleman a good thing that happened to farmers? I will say this now really depends. This now really depends for me, because we have middlemen who wanna finya farmers. We have middlemen who are making farmers get very poor prices for their commodities. Those are bad middlemen. And then we have middlemen who considers the farmers, where we have the market has been regulated and the market is really doing well, especially when I talked about people who are exporting stuff. We already have a standardized, like for us avocado, we already have a standardized price, which is, and the price, the standardized price is from 8 to 10 Kenyan shillings, the standardized price. So if the middleman used that standardized price, that is good. But if the middleman then comes with a lower price and making farmers make losses, yes, making farmers make losses, then that is a bad middleman. So I will say, as a farmer, you need to really choose what kind of middleman that you are going to deal with. So for me, a middleman is a good thing and it's a bad thing depending on which type of middleman you are going to choose. So let me hear your thought about the middleman, and let me hear if you have an experience with working with middleman. How has the experience been? Have they made the work easier? Have they made it's difficult for you to continue with farming? Because when they ask for lower prices, that is going to be really hard for you, because farming is somewhere where you put money into, and if you do not get good returns, then that is making farming difficult for you. So please let me get your comment about middleman, and if you have worked with middleman, how is it for you? How has it been for you when you are dealing with middlemen? So before that, so let me see this. We have let me see people who are coming in, so that we can actually go through what we've gone through about farming for the sake of people who are coming in, so that you can catch up with our show. So we have we have Noah Naiseli, who is also watching us. That is our CEO. Thank you so much for always watching us. Thank you so much for your support. And then we have Marion, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pronounce your name. Marion MC Guiri. That is how I can pronounce it. And then Mr. Noah is saying what farmers need is to manage their cost of production and identify the right market for their produce. Yeah, so Noah is saying what farmers need is to manage their cost of production and identify the correct market for their produce. Exactly. So as a farmer, nobody is going to do this for you. No one is going to do this for you unless you come together as farmers and do it for yourself in your location. So as a farmer, make sure that you make sure that you manage your costs, and then cost of production, and identify the right market for your produce. So that is on your own, because you cannot be producing things and then sell them at a lower price because you did not put into consideration marketing. And when I was starting this show, I said farmers are making mistakes. Farmers are starting to market their produce when they have already harvested their produce. When they already, for example, even let's say, for example, you are doing you're doing broilers. We all know that broilers at 6 weeks you should be selling them. So you wait for them to be at 6 weeks and then you start marketing. So you are going to incur losses by fire by force. That is given. You're going to incur the losses because at 6 weeks they cannot hold their body, they cannot hold their weight, and it's going to make losses. So make sure as a farmer that you are identifying your market, and farmers, make sure that you are doing your research before going into production. Do not dive into any production without doing research. And if you need people to help you do your research, if you need consultation, if you need people to guide you as you dive into farming, we as a farmers, we do farm production. We have our own farm where we do production, where we do large scale production. We also offer management services to farmers who cannot be on their farm 24 hours. Please do not do farming as a side hustle if you do not have a good management team. You need a good management team to do for you. You need to be at your farm 24/7. But if you cannot do that, then you have to get a good management team to do that for you. And as a farmers media, we do offer those services where we can manage your farm. And if we cannot manage your farm, at the same time, we can offer agronomy services. We can offer agronomy support, and we all understand that if you are diving to anything, not only farming, professionals are very important, and benchmarking with people who have already done it are very important. At the same time, as a farmers, we also do seed propagation. We do seed propagation for farmers who cannot propagate their own seedlings. So we offer that. We can do that for you, and we can also do for you market research in Africa. If you are looking into starting a farming business in Africa, we can do that for you. So, and we can help you do the market research. So what are these marketing strategies that we have been talking about? First, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about making sure that you making selling to people around your commodity. If you are producing for the local market, selling to people around your area. So how can you sell to people around your area? You can do this by having people coming to the farm. That is not going to reduce your cost of transportation. When you have people coming into your farm in the morning to buy stuffs, that is going to reduce your cost of production. I've seen this happen. For example, for me, I come from huku tu kunaitwa Machakos ama, yes, it's called Machakos, huku Kamulu. There's people who do farming karibu na the rivers, and they do it. There's so many people who are doing that farming, and people go there to the people come from all over. People come to pick produce from the farmer directly. So the farmer has people who are doing the harvesting in the morning, and then you get people buying and taking them to the market to sell on their own. Maybe it's a B2B person, or it's somebody who is buying for their home. So you can do that. You can have farmers coming to your area. You can go to the markets and inform people about that. And this word of mouth marketing, do not undermine the word of mouth marketing in your business. The word of mouth is very important. So you can do that. Produce quality and market by word of mouth within your area, and people are going to come buy it from your farm, reducing your cost of transportation and all that. Another thing that you can do for local market is that you can do home to home delivery. Now this one is really different, because for this one you have to invest in you have to invest in transportation, because transportation is really something, it's really a challenge. Looking at it, the logistic is really a challenge, so you need to invest on that. If you are doing fresh produce, you need to make sure that you have things like a cold room. You are mostly these cold rooms, mostly you can have a cold room on your own if you are a big company, but if you cannot have that, we have areas where you can outsource cold rooms for you to do your packaging, and you have a cold packaging, a cold room for transport. Not cold room, you have like cold chain, like, what am I saying, like you invest in cold refrigerated trucks to transport your produce, and so that you can maintain quality, and by the time it's getting to the consumer, when it is already fresh, when so that you can with a long shelf life after it gets to the consumer. And then with all these, with COVID now, you need online marketing. Online marketing is really very important for you. Online marketing, we have different platforms where we can do online marketing, and for you to get to reach to your target audience with online marketing, you can do online marketing on websites, you can do on social media platforms, but you need to have a marketing budget for that, because for online marketing you need to have a good budget. For example, you could be spending something $5 to $10 to market daily, and you need to analyze your social media analytics and get to know when are people coming, because you cannot market every day. You cannot spend money every day doing market. You cannot market Monday to Friday and you're spending money marketing Monday to Friday. You need to understand when are people present on your, when are people more likely to visit your website, when are people more likely to visit your social media platform. If it is from Thursday, for example, I will say people are not online on Monday. People are not online on Monday because Monday is always crazy. People are trying to go back to work. People are trying to make sure that they are submitting their work. People are just trying to start off the week. Tuesday, maybe they are not really online. But now starting from Wednesday, Friday, now people are online because people are trying to start the weekend early. So you can have a budget to market a few days in the week and then target your correct audience. If you are marketing for people in Kitengela, choose people in Kitengela. If you are doing for people in Nairobi, do in Nairobi. If you are doing for the export quality, for the export market, and you want to target people in outside the country, you can also do that. So online marketing is really very important. That's something that you can do for a small scale farmer or a large scale farmer if you are trying to market your produce. So another thing is that you can market through cooperatives. So as a farmer, you can join other farmers and market your produce. The good thing with cooperatives is that at least you have people who can represent you, and you are sure of your income. It's very organized, so that you already have orders. You know what quantities your market wants. You know what quantities they want, and the prices can be regulated. So you can do that. You can join cooperatives and be able to do that. Another thing, if you are looking for the export quality, I said that if you are looking for the export market, if you are a starter, you need to, if you are a farmer, there are people who are already doing export and they already have market, and these people are very organized because they have an annual plan, because they always have an annual plan. So for those people who always have because they always have an annual plan, you can be able to talk to them and be able to understand what they need, so that you can start producing what they will need, and they will you will produce something that you will produce produce that already has market. You will not have problems, because these companies, they already have an integrated supply chain. They have people in the country who are doing the production, and we have people who are doing marketing and distribution in whatever country that they are targeting in. So you can be able to do your research as a farmer, or do your research as a group of farmers, and be able to know what kind of companies that you can work with to market your produce outside the country, and what type of produce are they what type of produce is really in high demand in whatever country that you are going to export from. Then at the same time, if you have your financial muscle, if you have a strong financial muscle, and you can do marketing by yourself, you can actually visit the target country, or you can have somebody at the target country and be able to do marketing for you and distribution for you. Then you can go ahead and first go visit the country, or have the person or have somebody who is in that other country to do the market research for you. So that, and then after you do the market research, of course you do the analysis, and then you can start doing for the export quality. And now I think I have shared things that we can do as farmers to market our produce. If you think that there is something that I have not touched on as our viewer, you can always comment in the comment section, so that we can know what you are doing and what is working for you as you are marketing your produce. Make sure to leave us a comment in the comment section, so that we can learn together and grow. So right now I'm going to read for you the COVID updates for Kenya. I'm going to read the COVID update for Kenya, but before I read the COVID update for Kenya, I just want to I want to, if you are joining us for the first time, I want to let you know that as a farmers media, we have an onion harvesting event where we would like you to be part of it. And if you would like to be part of our onion harvesting event, make sure that you reach to us to get more details on the onion harvesting event that we will be doing on our farm. And this onion harvesting event, it's a very good opportunities for anyone who wants to go into farming, especially if you want to do onion farming. You can join us on our onion harvesting event, and you can be able to learn. You can be able to get customized courses on customized you can be able to see real production of onion and be able to learn with other farmers who will be joining us. And if you cannot do that, if you are in another country where you cannot join us in Kenya, we can always as well organize for a virtual, because we can always organize for a virtual training where we can train you to we can customize the training to fit your needs as somebody who wants to get into farming. So make sure that you get in touch with us on our social media platform. You can DM us on Facebook as a farmers. You can DM us, send us a direct message, and we will respond promptly. Also, you can DM us on Instagram as a farmers with a Z. You can DM us on LinkedIn as a farmers training center, and also you can follow us on YouTube, and you can comment the comment section if you want to join us, and we will be able to get back to you. And if also you cannot do all that, you can also reach to us through our phone number that is going to be on your screen, and we will give you more details on the event. So having said that, we are going to look at the COVID updates for Kenya. So today we are looking at the COVID updates, and please make sure that you are keeping safe, you are wearing your mask, you are keeping social distancing, you are staying as your own in your home as much as you can. If you can work from home, the better for you. But if you cannot work from home, if you are like us who have to be here and teach you this, then you make sure that you are taking care of yourself and taking care of others, so that we can fight this and we can be able to survive as we are waiting to see where this goes. So COVID updates for Kenya, 7th September. This is new cases. We have more new cases. So we have new cases which are at 704. So we still have cases of COVID. Please take care of yourself. Make sure that you are sanitizing, you are washing your hands, you are keeping social distancing, and most importantly, you are wearing your masks. And then we have recovery rates. We have we have 756 people who have recovered, and the number of deaths that were recorded as per 7th of September is 5. So yesterday there were 9. There are 5. 5 is still a number. So the beast is still with us and people are still dying. So make sure that you take care of yourself and take care of others, because we still have COVID with us. And having said that, now if we do not have any comment or any question, we are going to end our show. And thank you so much for sticking around till the end of this show. And if it's your first time, please make sure that you turn on that post notification so that you are notified every time that we come live, and you can be able to learn with us. We have shows every day, Monday to Friday, and we have shows planned. Monday we have a farm plan Monday. Tuesday we have diagnostic Tuesday, where we get to look at diseases and be able to diagnose, to be able to give you a guidance on how to deal with the diseases and pests in your farm. And we also have on Wednesday we have Market Watch, where we get to talk anything about markets. And today we have looked at the market in Machakos County. And tomorrow we'll be having Agribusiness Thursday, where we talk about agribusiness, and you can join us every Friday where we have Ask the Expert. And for this, if you are an expert in agriculture and you want to be in our show, you are invited to DM us or reach out to us so that we can have you as an expert on our Fridays. So those are our shows for every day. Make sure to join us at 8 a.m. with me, Miss Sarah Chweya. You can join Michael Kabi midday, and we have Conrad Kibe, who does the evening drive show. So where we connect, where we end your day with the evening drive. So make sure that you join us. Make sure that you turn on the post notification bell so that you are notified every time that we have these amazing shows. So bye bye. See you tomorrow at the same time, at the same place.